This semester, I've had the opportunity to be involved in so many amazing experiences by being in HEFB 222. One of the most important things that I've learned is that all students are different and they each learn in different ways. It is important to incorporate all different types of teaching styles in the classroom to accommodate for the way that each student learns best. I have learned that students want to feel safe and welcome in the classroom no matter their background or culture. It is important for me as a future educator to set aside my biases and opinions in order to be the best educator that I can be for each and every one of my students. I have learned that students want a positive learning environment. This is achieved by being a welcoming teacher with a positive attitude toward the students and other educators. Students tend to feed off how the teacher is acting. Therefore, a positive attitude from the teacher leads to a positive attitude among the students. I will not only be an educator, but a mentor and a friend to my students. I learned that when they feel like you're their friend as well as their teacher, the students come to you with problems that they may be having in or outside of the school setting and allow for you to help them. Students look up to their teachers as role models, and I want to set a superb example for my students. With that being said, I also learned that it's very important to have set rules and expectations for each student to follow. The activities in this course have prepared me for so many things in my future classroom. I have learned how to incorporate diversity in many different ways, such as hanging up posters that are diverse and having books with diverse cultures and people. I will now know what to do to create an inclusive learning environment for the diversity among the students in my classroom. During this course, I got to work with a diverse group of students, which opened my eyes on many topics. I got to hear different insights and views that I may not have otherwise been exposed to. I learned so much from my peers throughout this class. Activities such as the current event, Pecha Kucha, and icebreakers helped me to overcome my fear of public speaking. These activities really furthered my public speaking ability, which is vital in the education profession. These projects have helped inform me that if I am well informed and educated on the topic that I am presenting, it flows better and is much easier to discuss. By working in groups for a lot of the activities, I learned how to work even better with my peers. We were able to bounce ideas off of each other to come up with the best one and even use constructive criticism when we thought something needed to be improved. Assignments such as the Letter to the Eagle, reflection papers, and the Cultural Plunge helped expand on my writing abilities. I was able to write on topics that I was not already familiar with. This helped me by opening up my mind to new ideas and making me think about things in a different way. Each and every assignment given in this class has helped improve my skills and abilities as a future educator in so many ways. My biggest strength is my ability to work well with others and effectively communicate. I am friendly towards everyone I meet. This is important because as a future educator, I'll be working with new people all the time. In my future classroom, I will be able to effectively communicate with my students, administrators, my coworkers, and parents. Another strength that I have is that I always maintain a positive attitude. It's easy to get discouraged or be negative when you're having a bad day, but being an educator means that you have to set aside whatever's going on and do what's best for the students. When the students see their teacher always being positive and welcoming, they will most likely do the same. One weakness of mine is that I'm not a very creative person. To overcome this weakness, I plan on looking up ideas on how to make day-to-day activities in my classroom more interesting and fun. I want my classroom to be a colorful place with a welcoming environment in order to get the creativity flowing within my students. A weakness of mine that is slowly becoming stronger is my public speaking ability. I tend to stutter and speak very fast when talking in front of a large group of people. When teaching, you are always going to be talking in front of groups of people. Being in the HEFB class has helped better my public speaking ability, and I hope that throughout my next few years of college, my public speaking will improve and become something that no longer scares me. One implication that I believe to be very important in every student's home and school life is parent involvement. It is vital for the students that their parents are involved and aware of how their education process is progressing. In my future classroom, I will have many opportunities for the parents to come during school hours to view their child in the school setting. Another implication that I will instill in my classroom is growth mindset. It is vital for students to know that it's okay to struggle and get down sometimes, but with the right outlook, I want them to understand that they can accomplish anything that they set their minds to. This also falls on me as an educator to make sure that the students' effort is being recognized and they're being awarded for their effort and not just the grades that show up on their papers. In the classroom, the students' education and well-being are the top two priorities. I want my students to be able to tell that I'm putting these two things first just by the way that I'm teaching them.